Okay, I tried making this before, but it ended up being kind of blabbery and incoherent. Just readjust the camera there for a second. Sorry for the mess, but this is kind of on a whim. Camera crooked as usual. So self defense crash course. There are basic rules and a couple of different little things. Uh, main Two main rules. There are two main rules to self defense. Uh, One, do everything within your power to avoid getting into a fight. That sounds very counterintuitive. Self defense? What what the, the heck are you talking about? That's not self defense. That's running away like a coward. Okay, I get your point. Self defense is not about combat. Self defense is definitely not about combat. Self defense is about putting yourself in a position where you are not going to get hurt. It is about defending yourself, which does not mean shooting the guy 6 times in the chest or stabbing him in the throat or something. It's it's about making sure you get out with your life, defending yourself, making sure you don't get hurt, making sure that people cannot hurt you. There, it is not about combat. Done. Two, self defense. Do everything within your power not to get into a fight. That means run away. Run away. Use your mace. If they won't let you run away, use your mace. Throw your wallet onto the ground. It, you can cancel those credit cards later. And your personal information, chances are, if they're mugging you, they probably don't know how to steal it. So, chances are, if they're dumb enough to be mugging you, they're probably not smart enough to steal your identity. Throw all your crap. If you have to, take your whole dang purse and huck it at their face and then run away. It doesn't matter. You want your main priority. Get out. Go. Leave. It is not stay here, do some flipping Mortal Kombat bullcrap, and then call the police and feel like a hero in the morning. It is not that. It is run away, get the heck out of town, or get the heck out of Dodge. Because this person is going to hurt you, or is going to attempt to harm you in some way. If they want if they want the $20 you've been carrying in your pocket, if they want the $20 you've been carrying in your pocket and the bag of groceries you're holding, chances are they need it more than you do. They, they need the groceries more than you need a knife in the flipping leg or a bullet to the head. So throw them your groceries. Throw them the $24 in change that you've been carrying around in your pocket since middle school for some reason. Throw them your D&D character because they wanted that for some reason. Heck, write them heck, if they want to, write them a flipping check for $2,000 and then run away. It is not about keeping your stuff. It is about keeping your life. Making sure that all of your blood is inside of you at the end of the day. Run away. Rule number 2. Rule number 2 of self-defense is if you have to fight, if you cannot run away, do everything. If you cannot run away, do everything you can to make sure that you get away with your life. You're backed into a corner. Somebody pointed a gun up to your head and shoved you into a corner in the back of an alley or something. You, by all means, you have been stopped. You cannot run away without getting seriously hurt. Only do enough to get out of the situation and then run away. Running away is your best bet. This is coming from a guy who honestly finds it very fun to lay into somebody who is giving me a lot of crap. But I even I firmly believe, and this is what I have been told by all of the instructors that I've had. I'm not a certified instructor, by the way. I am a 19-year-old. I am a somewhat athletic 19-year-old boy who has taken a lot of self-defense classes and had to defend a lot of people from a lot of bullcrap. And so you want to diffuse the situation by whatever means necessary. That does not mean putting a bullet in somebody, because a lot of the times if that happens, you are now the assailant, and you are now the one who is going to get arrested when the police show up because they heard gunshots. It's one thing if you got stabbed once. It's another thing if you got stabbed during the situation. It's another thing if if they did shoot at you. It's another thing if your life was 100% threatened and there was nothing more that you could do other than kill the guy to get away from the situation. That is one thing. Whether or not you get arrested, you got arrested, sure, but you're alive. You're alive, and you're, dog, not a good time. But you're gonna show up and you're gonna ruin this whole thing, dog. Muffin, don't start. I swear, if you mess with that cat. But, so, if you knock over my camera, well, this is what's happening now, I guess. Why did I let you in here? I knew this was going to happen. Dang it. Well, this is what's going to happen now, I guess. I'll try to make this brief. So, some very basic things. Most people, most women at least, carry around some sort of self-defense implement, a weapon, like pepper spray, mace, flipping a knife, a gun, something like that. And Muffin, stop it. It's something like that. I live in the United States, specifically Ohio, where carrying a 9mm handgun in your pants only requires I think it's an 8-hour learner's course and a couple pieces of paper, and it's pretty much. Outside of that, it's pretty much no holds barred. As long as they can see whatever it is that you're carrying around, and you're not carrying around a flipping 12-gauge shotgun strapped to your back, this dog is going to make me go insane. It's pretty much no holds barred on whatever the heck it is you're carrying. I am going to pick this up now because my dog is going to be a pain in the butt. Flipping Muffin, what are you doing? They're going to go at that for the next hour and a half. So, the very, and yes, I do look, I know I look tired. I am tired. Sleep is weird. Also Thanksgiving. So, Muffin. I'm trying to make a video, and this is what I have to deal with. Okay, so self-defense, some very, very basic, like getting out of holds. Holds are anything that is designed to keep you where you are, keep the person holding you. Anything from a chokehold to just a choking you to flipping, grabbing your forearm or grabbing you by the wrist, something of that accord. That's a hold. We're gonna. set you up there. And we're going to ignore the mess that is my closet. Muffin, can you please not? A hold. So, commonly known one, chokehold. Flipping up, arm up and around the throat, grabbing onto this hand, and then just... Can you guys stop? Muffin. He is obviously not enjoying it. Leave him alone. He is not a toy. Leave him alone. What you want a chokehold? Come here. But, this dog. Leave the guy alone. But, so chokehold, arm up and around the throat of... Arm up and around the throat of the attacker, or of the victim. This hand would be grabbing onto the base of the forearm of this hand. This hand goes up and around the back of the neck. This is a very difficult thing to get out of for somebody who doesn't weigh a lot or doesn't have a lot of combat experience, hasn't thoroughly practiced how to get out of this. The trick is not as much just flipping yank, use your weight and yank. That's what a lot of people will tell you, is just yank and hope to get your head out of that thing. If you got a small head, I guess that works. It doesn't work for me. I have massive flipping head. So that doesn't really work. Doesn't really work too well. Well, now he's just watching me. So they got your head up in one of these. There's a very distinct notch right here, where the elbow, on the inside of that elbow. You want to turn your head so your chin is facing into that notch. That'll open up the airway, and these big old blood vessels here, and it'll keep you from getting choked out for a relatively longer period of time. After that, after you have secured your airway, you want to... I'm just watching them flipping go at it back there. But once you have secured your airway, you're still stuck like this. This arm is what's locking everything into place. You're not going to get anywhere by pulling on this one. So you want to actually reach around. You want to actually reach around with one or maybe both hands and yank, and very, very quickly. The trick is very quickly. You don't want to just... You want to yank. It's a quick downward motion. Quick up and down. You want to do all of this stuff very quickly. You don't want to just... explosive movement. It's very difficult to adjust to quickly. So explosive movement. Be surprising. You want to move fast. Fast is overwhelming, and overwhelming is how you win. So, what are you doing? You're really weird, you know that? But, you want to quickly take that arm and whip it forward. You want to take that arm, whip it forward, get it off of there, unlock that as much as possible, and then after that, you want to take that other arm and try to dig your chin. Try to dig your chin into that cup of the elbow. You can't... Do you mind? Leave the cat alone. Do you want to be the test subject here? Is that what you want? Come here. Come here. You'll be my little partner. Come here. Come here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, he's adorable but annoying. No. You want to dig your chin in, and then you want to dig your chin in, and pull this arm down. You want to pull that arm down away from you, and try to pop your head out. Again, explosive movements. Explosive movement. That means just go from 1 to 2 as quickly as physically possible for you. And just once you're out of that, once you're out of that situation, you want to immediately turn to face whoever is attacking you. Because if your back is turned, you don't know what they're doing, and you can't defend against something that you don't know exists. They could be going for the hair. They could be going for the hair. They could be going to pants you. They could be going to, like, leap down and grab you by the ankles. You don't know. And you can't dodge what you can't see. You can't defend against what you can't see. So you want to pop your head out and then immediately... Just show that one more time. Because, I don't know. You want to immediately pop your head out and try as hard as possible to face your opponent. Assailant. Not so much opponent. Again, not a fight. Face the assailant. And then after you can guarantee that they are they can't do anything to you anymore, or you're far enough away that they can't grab you or anything, run towards people, run towards light. You are less likely to get attacked in places where people can see you. You are less likely to get attacked in places where people can see you getting attacked. So go somewhere where people can see you. Run all the way home. It doesn't flipping matter. Go. Just flipping go. That dog is throwing me off of my mojo. Chokehold, you got one of these. This is the way that I was taught. You got the cup and you got the bars. The cup is what holds the throat, and the bars are what hold the cup in place. One of the bars is a lot shorter. You can see when the one side significantly longer than the other. One side is held on there a lot easier than the other. If you're pushing this way, they can just shove in more, and then all of a sudden you're back to being choked. You pull this way, and it's significantly more difficult to keep on there. You see? Significantly more difficult. So, somebody's got you in one of these. You take your hands, place it on their wrist. You take your hands very, very quickly, just swat. Get the hands off of your throat and duck and get out. Because just duck and get out. Because, again, run. Just run. Only do enough to get the heck out of there and then run. And here's a little life hack for your self-defense needs. All else fails, kick him in the balls. If it doesn't have balls, punch it in the diaphragm. Really, really, really hard. If you can't kick him in the balls, punch him in the balls. If you can't punch him in the balls and you have that situation where your face is in their balls for some reason, bite him in the balls. The balls. Go for the balls. Done. Most dudes, if they get hit in the junk, really flipping hard, they're done for... They probably can't move for the next 10 to 15 seconds. And then after that, they're done for like the rest of the day. It's a very sensitive place. We call it the golden circle. Punch them in the golden flipping circle. And then get out. Done. If it's a woman, diaphragm. Or still go to kick in the balls, but it doesn't work as well. But you can try. If that doesn't work, punch them in the diaphragm, which is this spot right here. Sorry, I had to. Which is this spot right here. Punch them in the diaphragm. You want to go up. You punch up, and if you hit them hard enough in just the right spot, it'll knock the wind out of them, and then they're done. They're again stunned for the next 10 to 15 seconds, and then run away. Go. If you have a knife, okay. I need to end this, but really quick. If you have a knife is a last-ditch situation. A knife requires you to be close enough for them to touch you. Your knife should not be your first impulse. Your first impulse, getting it out and having it ready, is one thing. Actually going to go attack somebody with it is another. Having it out and ready is fine. Actively attacking somebody with it is not. Because you have to be close enough for them to attack you if you are holding a knife. So, your knife should be your last-ditch effort. Only use it to get out of things. Don't use it to get into things. Got it? Done. Cool.